Trevor Lawrence has now lost 8 consecutive starts dating back to last season. He injured his ankle in a Monday night game against Cincinnati. We were there. He tried to play through it as best he could. They couldn't get any wins to end last season, as we know, other than a game started by Beathard. This is tied for the longest streak to begin a career. And over the last decade, he's the only former number one to have multiple 8-start losing streaks. I'm going to get to Allen in a moment, who was just spectacular.
My goodness.
I expected more out of Jacksonville tonight. I expected to see more competitive fight. At one point, they had 1 yard and Buffalo had 2 touchdowns. You just don't see that in NFL football. It happens in college a lot because the talent disparity is so big. What accounts for this in your estimation?
I actually don't understand it.
Right?
If you're a team in the Jacksonville Jaguars that understands your back is against the wall, you're facing 0-3 to start the season, and you show little to no effort at the start of this game. Josh Allen's doing whatever he wants to you. You're not protecting Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is not dialed in with his wide receivers. And from a coaching standpoint, this team looks flat out unprepared. Doug Peterson is a coach that I respect tremendously, a coach that's won a Super Bowl, that's really changed what the Jacksonville Jaguars were after Urban Meyer. But tonight is unacceptable. Tonight is a night that costs people their jobs, both on the field and on the sidelines.
I mean, I'll follow that. Is this the kind of night that leads you to believe, just 3 weeks into a season, that this is a team that's done?
You know, I don't want to believe that, Scott, right? Like, I don't want to tell that story about this game in this league I love so much. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the Trevor Lawrence-led Jacksonville Jaguars right now, they're cheating the game, right? They're taking away what makes this game so fun for everybody, is that every team has a chance because every team has pros, right? There's so much parity in this league. Oh, there's a salary cap. We should all be able to compete. We just gave our guy $275 million.
There's that.
We're supposed to win. Mm-hmm. And a team scores 5 consecutive touchdowns against you. And like you said, at one point, they had 1 yard to 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And to go on that field and just lay an egg like that in such an important moment is something that I don't know how Doug Peterson is even going to approach Wednesday morning in meetings.
Yeah, because this is a game where you're already 0-2. You're expecting your very best, and you get instead the worst. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's 2 teams out there getting paid tonight, and the one in blue had Josh Allen, and this looks like the ceiling to me. And if he plays to this ceiling, then you're talking about they could be who knows what. What'd you see from him?
The ceiling was the roof.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? He was standing.
Shout to the GOAT.
Hey, he was standing on top of it. Josh Allen was absolutely phenomenal tonight, and I think it's difficult to call a performance perfect, but this was absolutely flawless from Buffalo's quarterback. The way he moved and maneuvered in the pocket, the sort of synergy and connection he had with his wide receivers and his targets, but also he took the smart play, though, Scott. It wasn't that Josh Allen was forcing the football tonight. He was throwing to the open receiver. He was dictated to the defense where the football was going to go and putting it in exactly the right spot. And the other thing I saw, like, they had fun. Right? When you think of Buffalo and when it's the best, it's when those fans can absolutely lose their mind on every snap. It's when their quarterback is showing a reckless abandon and even inside the chaos, having a poise. This was the best that Josh Allen gets, and if he plays like this, this team is going to be difficult to beat.
And it appeared that when the Brady calls were exactly right, it was easy. Yeah. And then in those moments, and I'm thinking of that 3rd down, 2nd touchdown to Kincaid, in the moment where, all right, the first thing's not there, the second thing's not there, then he's just Josh Allen, and for a brief moment puts the cape on and makes a play that not many dudes in the league make. So to me, it's the perfect combination of you get the Superman guy, and then I'm just calling the play that Brady dialed up, and it's wide open.
But then we talk about that before the game, though.
Yes.
It's like not having to wear the cape all the time. Like, some point of the day, you get to be Clark Kent and take pictures of Lois Lane while she's out here trying to report, right? And so he got to do that last week against the Dolphins. And even this week, they weren't asking him to go above and beyond the X's and O's. But when it was time, and when it is time, you know he's capable. If they can continue this formula that allows Josh Allen to pick his spots, I think this is a place where, with Sean McDermott and the way that defense is playing, the way that front has had a resurgence with Von Miller, this is going to be the team again in the AFC East that's the team to beat.
Well, and I'm sure Kansas City's like, okay, well, we can do that again if that's what y'all need us to do.
Hey, but you know what, like you said earlier, you ain't got to win them all. You just got to win one.